So, say you're looking something up on the internet and you type in the first couple words of a totally reasonable question into a search engine and it finishes the question for you with like some totally mondo bizarro thing that nobody would ever even think of. It happens all the time, right? It does to me anyway. I mean, like say you're typing in dofi, like DOFI, and then up comes do fish ever sneeze? And you're like, what? Why would anyone ask that? Bizarre. And then, maybe you type in, what if I, and it finishes, hired 2 private investigators to follow each other. Yeah, again, why would anyone want to do that? Or want to know the answer to that? But, the other day I typed in, should my, and I'm not even kidding you, the first question that comes up, poop float. Okay. Who are the people asking this question? I don't know. It turns out I looked up the answer and no, it shouldn't. It should sink. And if you're having that issue, you should probably, lay off the fat. It means there's too much fat in your diet. Maybe cut out that cheesecake. Stop eating all that ice cream or something. Ugh. Note to self. I typed in one and it was, how do I? And it finished it off with, get away with a murderer. Okay, not a murder, because that would be weird enough and scary enough that all thousands of people are typing that in. But no, a murderer. Are there thousands of women out there that are trying to figure out how they can go away on vacation with their serial killer boyfriend? Bizarre. Thousands and thousands of people are asking these weird questions like every day. I want to know why. Why are these people asking these questions? Who are the people asking the questions? What does it say about our society that this is such a popular thing? And what happens if we try to answer these weird questions for real? Let's go down that internet rabbit hole together, shall we? Okay, the first most popular question is, go figure, do sandwiches taste better when they're cut in half? Okay, I can't figure out for the life of me why people are trying to ask the internet the answer to this question. I mean, it's one thing to ask a question that you could not possibly know the answer to, like how do I build a rocket, or how are black holes created, or how does gravity work? I don't know, something you'd never ever know. But do sandwiches taste better when they're cut in half? I mean, dude, you could just go in your kitchen, make a sandwich or 2, boom, boom, cut one in half, bite into them both, and decide for yourself which one tastes better. Like, why are we asking the internet the answer to this thing that we can decide ourselves? Like, are we so totally, like, dependent on this machine and this technology that we don't even trust our own instincts? It's whack. But it's happening. I started thinking about the question for real, and I was like, okay, well, it's probably because we want instant gratification. We just like want immediate, yes, 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 me, this thing, now. That old phrase, cut to the chase, that they used to say in like a long 70s movie, that meant you're waiting for the car chase. Well, now everything's cut to the chase, cut to the chase. No one can be bothered to spend any time. They just want to get right to the good part. So you cut that sandwich in half, right to the good part. I think it also might have something to do with the fact that we're all like overgrown children now. Like the society is embracing this like eternal adolescence, cosplay. Everybody's dressing up like their favorite Star Wars character or their favorite video game character or whatever. They're just dressing up like it's Halloween every day because they want to stay a kid. I mean, the other day at the bus stop, I saw some full-grown man, right, he's coloring, like intently coloring in his coloring book. It's like, what's happening to society? You know what I mean? Like, dude, you may as well just put your pacifier in your mouth and go home to your crib, because that's not called being a man. But the thing is, since everybody's got this childlike thing they want to keep happening, I think that's got to do with this crazy sandwich question too. Because if your sandwich is cut in half, it reminds you of when your mom made your sandwich and sent you to school with it. If she cut it in half, it meant somebody loved you. And if you got a sandwich that's not cut in half, it's not going to taste as good because you feel like nobody loves you, right? Anyway, it's crazy, but all the sandwich talk has got me stomach rumbling. I'm gonna go make one myself. See ya! Okay, I'm back. This is my buddy Captain Kirk, Chris Pine, the mighty Chris Pine, playing Captain Kirk. fantasy husband number one, and he's going to help me boldly go where no man has gone before, since I couldn't find a live human to do this segment with me. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Looking good, looking slim, which is good because the question that we're about to ask is, how do I lose weight without moving? Okay, now when I first read this question, I was like, okay, so they must mean without moving like from my hometown or without moving from where I live. You know what I mean? I just immediately started imagining a bunch of like obese Philadelphians, you know, sitting on a couch, shoveling cheesesteaks into their face and wondering how they could lose weight without having to leave town because Philadelphia has been voted the #1 fattest city in America. But you know what? My cartoon was completely incorrect. The people typing it into the search engine wanted to know, how do I lose weight without moving my body? Like, why? Why? I can't even imagine why that would cross somebody's mind. I mean, nobody should be asking that, but they are. And why? It seems quite bizarre to me that, like, we're celebrating like lethargy. Everybody just wants something for nothing. They want it really fast and they want it, you know, right at their fingertips. They want something for nothing. Let me get small and thin without having to work for it. You know, in the 50s and stuff, they used to like really be proud of their work ethic. You know what I mean? It was like, we could do it. And everybody was proud of being strong. And now we're just sitting on our fat butts, like typing in, how do I lose weight without moving? Like, man, what's going on? I don't think any starving kids in Africa are asking that. You know what I mean? It's kind of disconcerting. But anyway, it's true. And that question's out there, so we may as well try to answer it, right, Chris? Now, Chris told me about one time that this happened to him, that he accidentally lost weight without moving. He had gone out to some bar with a bunch of young, beautiful young ladies, and he was trying to join in the fun and accidentally drank way too much Fireball. Like, his breath was delicious like cinnamon, but he got the biggest hangover and was stuck in bed for like 2 days, puking his guts out, and he accidentally lost 7 pounds while not moving. So that's one way that you could do it. I have another way. I like to order in takeout, and that's not very, you know, good for you. It's not very, you know, slimming food or anything. But if you put on your television and you watch nonstop episodes of Hoarders, you know, that show where the people have all the stuff stacked to the rafters and like dead rats and cats and stuff hiding underneath all their filth. Blah. Yeah, that'll make you lose your appetite quick. But I do a double shot of that in my 600-pound life. Because you don't want to eat when you are watching that. So that's my methodology. I put that food right back in the fridge after taking a couple bites when I watch those shows. Anyway, these are my thoughts on these questions. It's been wonderful spending time with you, and we'll see you next time that we jump down the internet rabbit hole. See ya!